Welcome to the best of everything. I am Ruben Paul, and thank God I am not next to my brother from another mother, the most annoying man on the planet, the Portuguese assassin.
Oh, that's Portuguese Spaniard.
Johnny Sanchez.
Hey. This is trippy, man. Ruben is...
I'm out of town,
He's
man.
out of town.
Working, brother.
You what?
Brother, I'm working.
Yeah,
man. Getting them ducats, son.
Oh, God. Listen to this guy already.
Yeah, man. Got to come get some of that paper out here, man.
So everybody, Ruben is...
I'm in Richmond, man. I'm in Richmond.
He's in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, man. You know, you got to work. You got to go where they pay you, Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm here working with the great Russell Peters all weekend.
Oh, okay.
So I'll tell him. What's your name for him?
Roussel.
No, but don't you call him something else? Don't you? You always say, tell such and such I said hello. What do you usually say?
I thought it was Roussel.
No, you always say something else.
Really?
You got too many puns anyway. But yeah, it's one of those.
Oh, is Eddie going to be with you guys? Eddie Valdez?
No, Eddie. This is great. Something you've never done. Eddie went to Mexico to visit his family.
Well, because he knows he has family there.
Yeah, he does. So he's going to be there. He goes for a week every year, and I think I don't want to misquote, but he's been going like for years, and I think his grandmother was like 98 or 99 who recently passed. Grandfather, I think, is close to the same age or even 100, so it's kind of cool. But he and his dad went out to Mexico.
Okay, do you know what area did he say where he's from?
Yeah, he's family. I know he flies into Puerto Vallarta, and then they drive like 45 minutes or an hour somewhere.
Oh.
It's like the closest airport.
Okay, got it.
Jalisco.
Jalisco?
Does that sound right?
Yeah, yeah, that's a popular. A lot of people I meet are from that area.
Yeah, I think it's from a small town outside Jalisco. Now,
Tapatio?
Oh, all right.
I don't know. Is he from Tapatio?
Tapatio is a hot sauce.
Oh, that's where I heard it. The one that has Jim Carrey on the cover, on the label.
Really?
It looks like Jim Carrey with a sombrero.
Wow, dude.
A young Jim Carrey. Take a look at it next time.
You're getting less and less Mexican as the days go by, man. So speaking of, but you didn't go home for Thanksgiving to your parents, right? You stayed in town?
I stayed in town and helped feed the homeless at the Laugh Factory.
Really? Do you want a cookie for that?
Well, I was trying to get Ruben to come volunteer as well, but he's like, man, I'm hopping around, son. I'm hopping around. Give me some collards. Give me some of that cornsbreads.
That's what I said.
Something like that. And then I was like,
I try to defend you, man, but sometimes it comes off really racist. Johnny.
You started off the show like that.
Oh, corn! I'm gonna get me some of that.
No, you were all getting them ducats, son. Got to work that paper, sons. You started like that.
I don't know.
Okay.
Chris, I'm not able to pick us up live.
Oh, really? Oh, man, I got my boy Mike Hurtado from Tulare, California. Yeah, man. Mike Hurtado.
Oh, here we go. Oh, no, that's not
He played real football. You know what I'm saying, Rube? This guy was good at football. Tulare Western Mustangs, our rival.
Tulare Mustangs?
Yeah, they were the Tulare Mustangs. We were the Tulare Redskins, but they had to change the name a couple of years ago to the Tribe because of racial stuff.
Chris, is there a reason why? Hold on. Oh, here we go.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm trying to.
They have to change the name a couple of years ago.
Okay.
To the Tribe.
I'm in real time now.
Yeah, but I can hear myself talking.
because it's a little bit of delay.
Yeah,
Also,
there's always a little delay.
Yeah, so George.
Yeah.
Gregorian.
Yep. Do you think he's Armenian?
I'm gonna go out on the limb and say yeah.
Yeah, I think the IAN does it, right?
Yeah.
Stan Fountain, Tulare Union, son. Representing,
Union,
son.
Wow, really?
Tulare Union tribe now, not Redskins anymore, but
so yeah. That it was interesting that when we talked about that last week that they got rid of that.
Right.
They call it the tribe.
They're the tribe now, but they still do the war dance and all that stuff, and the girls still wear the heads, the Native American garb and all that stuff. So,
so were you at the Laugh Factory like the whole day?
No, I did. I did the 1 o'clock, the first one.
Okay.
Oh, I got there early. I got there around 11, and then I helped them set up a little bit. Me and the other Mexicans.
Oh, really?
Helping. Yeah, Alfredo and his.
Who helped set up? Really?
You want me to get Jamie the owner on the phone?
I mean, okay. I mean, I believe you. I mean, you have no reason to.
I got there at 11. So I helped them.
Oh, you got there 2 hours early to help set up?
I got there too. Yeah, most of it was done, but I still helped.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good, man.
Then when they let people in, this time what I did, I didn't want to be in charge of the food because it's just too stressful.
But you know what's funny though, Johnny? Being in charge of the food, as me and you both know, is literally the easiest part of serving the people. Because when you're not serving the food, you're literally getting people juice, throwing away trash, running upstairs and downstairs, and not just there for camera ops.
Okay, right. Here's what
for camera ops. I'm not saying that, but
I know some people are there because the news crew, the local LA news always come down there and they shoot the whole thing. What I don't like about serving food, dude, is that it's amazing how picky the people can be.
Well, when I did it, man, at some point you got to just put your foot down.
Yeah. I mean, and they feel bad because they're just like, they're homeless and they want, but it's like, can you do this? Can you not do that? Can you not touch the food? I don't want the gravy. I want the gravy on my mashed potatoes. Yep. It's like, well, I guess beggars can be choosers.
Yeah. I guess is when they ask for a little more and you're just like, hey, let me serve everybody else. Yes. And then, you can come back. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. You did it. I didn't. You.
What?
Who was that? Oh, was that a Mexican guy?
No, it was just a person.
Oh, because what I heard was, come on, man, give me some extra there, man.
Wow.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
But that could easily be a white guy.
Absolutely. Like, come on, man.
Oh, you said it a little different on this one.
I did?
Next one. Yeah.
Oh, well, I just meant any person, Johnny. I wasn't singling out anybody, and slightly offended that you just assumed. Okay.
Anyway, let me take a drink of my agua, not agua. All right.
Yeah. Wow, you're getting.
We had this conversation with Rick Ezekiel last night. Anyway, there's actually Latinos out there that say agua with a hard G. Believe it or not, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Cubanos.
So how long did you stay? Did you stay like until the next serving and then left?
Dude, I honestly, so I want to let you know what I was doing. I didn't do the food this time, but I did what you're talking about. I would hold somebody's plate who was like in a wheelchair. Yeah, that's way more work.
Dude, I did that one year and I was like, oh, no wonder these motherfuckers rush to serve people food and get the camera ops, because the real work is cleaning up after people, getting them water, running upstairs and downstairs. They have people seated upstairs and downstairs. But I just think it's a great thing that Jamie does.
Yeah, it was a 40th anniversary, by the way.
Yeah, and it's not, so people understand, it's not just for homeless people. It's for people who don't have families, actors, whoever needs a hot meal on Thanksgiving People can come. The only thing I don't like about it, and I do avoid it.
Gabe, what's up, Gabe? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I do avoid it, and I'll admit it publicly because I know you do the same thing. The only thing I don't like is performing.
I don't do it.
Dude.
I don't do it.
Tell them why you don't do it.
I don't know if I'm in my head about it or whatever, but I had a couple sets where I just ate it, man. And
it's the worst. It's people who probably haven't eaten in days, and you're trying to make they're like.
Right. And we all know what's the one thing that comedy clubs, there's a few of them that serve, appetizers, but they don't serve, they're not serving meals while comics are on stage because people can't laugh when but get this, dude, I ended up finding out because once they started the stand up, I walked out and then there was a lady in the front that was heckling everybody, even heckling Tiffany.
I think I remember that year.
No, on Thursday. Yes.
You know that's happened before.
Yes. That's why I don't do it, dude. That's why I'm like, there's a disconnect I have with, I don't know if it's my material. Cause you know what? We're storytellers, Rube. We're not joke tellers. And the guy like Frasier, they know who Frasier is already. They're already waiting for Frasier and his one-liners, but he even got heckled. The lady wouldn't be quiet.
Well, I think the thing that you have to resign yourself as a comic when you're doing those things is it's not like a regular comedy gig and nobody kills. Like I've never seen anybody kill. Like everybody pretty much eats it, but you kind of, eat it for
the cause.
For the cause.
But I
rather use my time actually serving them food, getting them water, napkins, whatever they need.
Me too, dude. I just don't do that. But I will say this much. At the end, Maz went up there with his daughter and his son and whatever, and his son wanted to tell a couple regular jokes, and his daughter came up, wrote this joke. Did I tell you this?
No.
Dude, well, you know how much I love this one. So the joke is, where do rappers go buy their clothes?
Don't tell me.
At Jay-Z Penny. How much do I love his daughter, dude? She's around 8 or 9. Jay-Z Penny, bro. That's good.
I'm sorry.
That's a good joke at like 8, 9 years old, dude. Yeah. Where do rappers go to buy their clothes?
I got it, man.
Jay-Z Penny, bro. Come on.
Yeah, what do you got to be, 90 to get that joke?
There's a few J.C. Penney's still around, by the way. By the way, when I was a kid, Phyllis Diller, I was probably around 8. Phyllis
Diller, dude.
Phyllis Diller, I loved her. And she was doing her little thing. Yeah, and then that, and that. And then she goes, ha ha. I'm so rich. I shop at JC Dollar. Ha ha. She went like that, right? And I remember feeling like we were poor. Because I remember going, oh,
that's
man.
That's when you thought you were Mexican.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we're still my mom's still going to JC Penney.
Dude.
And Phyllis Diller's shopping at JC Dollar.
JC Penney's was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
They're shutting down Kmart. Come on, Blue Light special with.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Yo. Did you ever, well, probably because you were always fucking tiny, but remember Husky jeans?
I do remember Husky jeans. And first of all,
the jeans with the patches in the knees.
Oh my God.
I remember.
Go ahead.
I remember my mom buying me like Levi's or corduroys or whatever. First week of school, dude, tore a hole in my knee, dude. My mom was like, no more. And dude, she would give me jeans with patches in them, dude. Tough skins. They used to call them tough skins.
Tough skins.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
I hated those fucking pants. And it was almost like, it almost was a symbol that you couldn't control yourself, so your parents had to get you tough skins because they couldn't trust you with a normal wardrobe. Oh man! So it's like almost wearing a diaper.
Yeah, it's publicly.
public diaper, like, oh, until you learn not to rip holes in your pants, this is what you're gonna have to wear.
So I don't understand. Why did they just put them on the inside? It was a fashion thing?
What do you mean?
Why didn't they just put the patches on the inside of the jeans so nobody saw that you had patches?
They were.
They were on the outside.
They had ones on the outside, but they had the ones on the inside too.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, Candyman is saying husky jeans with the knee patches. Dungarees. Oh my God, dungarees.
What up, Deese?
Deese.
Yeah, man. Dude, man, good dude too, man. Keeps it 100. I like him.
Oh yeah. That's funny. You don't say that about my friends, just your friends, but that's okay.
How could I say that about people I don't know? John?
Well, you know, anybody I know always keeps it 100 and is cool.
Oh, so you want me to just falsely give out, and then we get off air like, yo, man, I grew up with that dude. He's kind of a dick.
Yeah. All right. That might happen.
Yeah, it does.
That might happen. Mervin's. Oh, Mervin's. Did you do Mervin's out here?
Yes, Mervin's,
okay.
dude.
Mervin's, Mike Hurtado. Mervin's is closed. They've all closed. Kmart's closing. JCPenney. Sears, dude. The Sears in my...
Sears, that was your dad's place,
right?
I
don't know what my dad... I had to break the news to him a couple weeks ago. They're finally closing that one. He's been shopping there since the 60s, bro.
Now, did you talk to your parents on Thanksgiving? Did you reach out?
Yeah, I called him.
Okay. What were they doing? Hey, Candy.
Well, I don't know who that is. I didn't call some random gardener. I called my parents.
Your mama is cooking, Johnny.
Surplus City.
Oh my God.
That's where you could go get you could get coveralls and overalls and all that.
Yeah, dude. That's where we used to get our khakis.
Oh yeah, somebody just mentioned khakis. Oh, yeah. Mike Hurtado. White t-shirts.
Khakis. Yo, when you lived in the hood, you'd have a pair of some tan Dickies or some blue Dickies. You know.
What kind of shoes did you guys wear? Because he's from Southern California, everybody. He grew up in Carson.
We wore Crip shoes, cuz.
What were Crip shoes?
I don't know. I mean, just remember, what were they called? Crocosacks? What was that called, D's? Was it called Crocosacks?
Well, what were those little shoes that the Cholos were wearing way back in the day in the 80s? And they were tan colored on the bottom, and then on the top they were like navy blue and kind of netted.
I think Crocosacks.
Is that what those were?
And then there used to be yes, Marcus McGee said yes. Marcus would know. And Marcus. Oh, Wallabies. I remember Wallabies, but those are different. Chucks,
Wallabies. Oh, he's talking about shoes, Pete. I don't remember. Oh, that's right. Wallaby. Oh my God. How about Hush Puppies? Okay.
So you had to have a pair of Chucks too. That was a very West Coast LA thing.
Right.
You know, Chuck Taylors. Chucks.
Chucks, yeah.
But yo, whoever's listening, what were the shoes? They looked like house shoes. They were kind of corduroy.
Oh.
In the top,
you slid your foot in, right?
Yeah, but they had some with the heel on them too. But you'd slide your foot into them. They looked like house shoes, but they were corduroy.
Yeah.
Flyers? Was that what they called? Were they called flyers?
Flyers?
Marcus, I know Marcus will know because Marcus grew up in the same neighborhood. But you might be right, Dees.
Oh man, I never knew that. I always wondered what those were.
Damn, I wish Chris knew what they were because I'd have him pull up a picture of them.
Yeah, Hush Puppy. Yeah, I had Hush Puppies.
But you used to wear your khakis with your white socks and you used to wear those. If you didn't wear Crocosacks, you used to wear those. They look like house shoes, but they're like corduroy.
I think he's right. I think they're Flyers then.
Flyers.
Look up Flyers shoes called Flyers or old school shoes Flyers. See, the funny thing is, dude, I was not allowed to wear khakis. Because my mom didn't want a hint of Cholo in me.
Well, my boy Marcus said they call them boulevards. I don't remember. Marcus would know because Marcus had a pair. Marcus used to wear the boulevards.
I call them slippers, and Jared said I call them slippers.
He said I called them slippers. But that was a very like
Yeah.
hood thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I remember
You'd have
those.
your white tee on. You'd have your white tee, your
Khakis.
and your boulevards.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Well, I had corduroys and hush puppies.
I remember Hush Puppies.
Buster Brown. Remember Buster Brown's?
The show Buster Brown in the mall, dude.
Buster
Brown.
Oh, yes.
And I got a store for your ass. Hey y'all, who remembers Tom McCann's? Do you remember the store Tom McCann's?
I don't think we had one in my town.
Yo, Marcus, am I making that name up?
But wait a minute. Paul's saying, nah, Flyers I'm talking about look like bootleg Chucks. He's not talking about.
I know exactly.
I got a picture. I found a picture of him. I'm gonna put it up.
Oh, he found a photo.
A photo of what?
Flyers. They look like Chucks.
What's up, Javier? What's up, B? Not even, huh? Wait, you putting it up? Yeah, right now. Hold on. All right.
He said,
Mary Jane's. Mike Hurtado with Mary Jane's, dude. I didn't have any, but I remember guys would wear that. He's West Side, that's why.
What's Mary Jane's?
What do the Mary Janes look like, Mike? Do you remember? I just remember guys going, I got my Mary Janes.
Hilarious.
I'm in love with Mary Jane.
I got the PF Flyers up right now.
Thing.
She makes me feel all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you know about it, Johnny? What you
talking about? I told you I was popping and breaking now that was coming out.
Whatever, man. Whatever, Javier.
Yeah. El Paso. He's from El Paso.
Oh, that's what's up.
Are you a big El Paso?
But does anybody remember the show, the store Tom McCann's? It used to be it was inside the Carson Mall, a.k.a. what do they call it now? South Bay Pavilion.
They call it South Bay, yeah.
It was Carson Mall growing up, and we used to call it the Carson Hall. And then now it's the South Bay Pavilion because they have IKEA there now. Now it's fancy.
IKEA.
It's fancy now because there's an IKEA now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you didn't have, but you had Merry-Go-Round, right?
That's the name of the store?
Yeah, there's a store called Merry-Go-Round, Jeans West.
Flyers is what they were wearing in the movie Sandlot.
Kenny Shoes. Do you remember Kenny Shoes?
Oh, Kenny Shoes. Damn!
Marcus McGee.
Woo!
He's in 3/4 from the back. I grew up with Marcus, man. Let me tell you something. Remember I told you I had a paper route?
Yes.
Talked about jobs. Remember I told you there was one dude on the paper route who used to always sweat me? It was Marcus's dad.
What? Oh, his dad?
It was Marcus's dad, man. Rest in peace, man. That was my guy. Because, dude, like they were the last house on my stop, and then I would pull up. I would try to get those papers in and get out of there as fast as I could, but I had to see him on payday to collect.
Right.
And then I'd be like, hey man, hey Marcus, is your father here? He go, oh yeah, he here. He waiting for you in the kitchen.
Why was he giving you such a hard time?
No, because I was always late for paper.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
You were late. How about that?
Whatever, dude.
This has been going on since you were a kid.
I was late because I was doing stuff on my paper route.
Oh, who was doing? Oh, really? You were butt pumping on the bicycle seat?
Last stop. I had to go my last stop. But let me tell you, so I used to come in. Mr. McGee, he didn't chase me. He'd be like, hey, Ruben, I mean, you damn near give me the paper the next day. So when it was time to collect, I used to have to go in and he'd be sitting in the kitchen. He'd go, now tell me why I should pay you. I go, well, Mr. McGee, you know, I deliver the papers and everything. He goes, but you always late with my paper, man. You don't be getting here sometimes 6:30, 7 o'clock, and you want me to pay you? I'd be like, yeah. I love that man.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. Hey, wait a minute. Renee said Ben Davis is making a comeback.
Who's Ben Davis?
Ben Davis. He played for the Raiders, didn't he? Members only, Mike Hurtado. Also, Mike Hurtado brought up Pendletons, hairnets, Pendleton. That's what
members only.
Members only jackets.
Yeah,
Those-
but you had to have money to have members only. So I had the members phony. So it would be the members only jacket, but it wouldn't be. They was like, look at this nigga with that members phony jacket on. This nigga got that members phony jacket on. What team you a member of, motherfucker? Like,
wait a minute, but what would have been called? What did they call those? The knockoff ones.
They used to call it members phony.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
Ben Davis clothing. Okay.
Yeah, but when you have members only, you had to spend a little bit of money. But you remember the members only jacket? It had the clips on the shoulder.
Yeah, the little clips. Yeah.
But those jackets came back in style, ironically.
Yeah.
Still kind of rock leather versions of them or different versions of them.
Yeah.
I wonder if the dude who made members only patented that style. Can you patent a style like that? Because that style became huge.
Yeah.
But maybe they stole it from military jackets.
Well, remember that it even had the one that would lay loose right here that was supposed to snap around the neck.
Yeah, man. When you had
yeah, so it would just kind of hang there, and then you had the ones right here.
Did you have real members only?
I had a members only. Yep, my mom got it at Mervin's.
Wow, you guys are doing good. Huh?
No, my dad would work 3 jobs. That's what it was.
Good, man.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad your parents could afford stuff like that.
Well, but they probably couldn't, but they probably went ahead and got it for me anyway. Maybe because I was excelling in sports.
Not your dad. Your dad would have did that shit.
No, my dad wouldn't have. But my mom would do the shopping for us with clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your dad found out?
Well, my dad probably, if she told him, he probably went, well, he is excelling in. He would. First of all, he wouldn't talk like that. And he would say, well, he is excelling in sports.
Oh, jeez.
That's what he would have said.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he is boxing and he's involved with.
Dude, you stopped boxing when you were 12.
14.
By the way, how are those Latino tours coming, man? I know you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, man, if there's any like promoters out there, I'm going to talk directly to any of you out there, man. Hey, speaking of which, I'm going to be a part of one, bro. The Borderland Kings of Comedy, eh?
Hey, where's the show yet?
Next Wednesday at Stir Crazy Comedy Club. Doors open at 6, eh? Show's at 7 to 8:30, bro. Me and some true blue Vato Locos forever. But seriously, I'll be next Wednesday on the December 11th, the Borderland Kings of Comedy. I will be hosting.
You're hosting?
I'm hosting.
Okay.
And I'm hosting as Lil Joker.
What?
That pause you had. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing. I know. I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude, anybody listening, to get Johnny to do Little Joker on stage, they'd have had to pay you a lot of money to do that shit.
I know.
You should be doing anyway, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Well, then you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll come out as myself, and then somewhere in between some of the other guys, maybe I'll come out as Little Joker for you, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm not going to be there, so
it's going to get recorded.
Yeah, like you're going to allow somebody to record you. Johnny's like talking to me like I don't know him. It's like, dude,
I know.
Johnny ain't doing that shit. But all right, that's cool. So it's just a one-nighter next Wednesday in Glendale, Arizona.
And that's right, in Glendale, Arizona.
Do you know anybody else that's on the show? Or
yeah, well, Omar, my buddy Omar is he's the one putting this all together. So he's got some of his boys that he's bringing. He's originally from Arizona, but they're coming out of El Paso. So yeah, so it'll be 4 or 5 of us. And
are you really hosting? Or
I'm really hosting. Yeah, because I was like, hey man, you know how it is with tours. Sometimes when you if there's 4 or 5 people on it, sometimes you got to wait till the end, and sometimes the crowd can get a little burnout. And so I was like, how about if I just host it and then bring you guys, do a little bit up front. Not much in between, and you know what I mean. So it'll be fun, man. And it's the first one, so we're trying it out at Stir Crazy Comedy Club.
Would it be something that you could potentially take on the road or do like as a series at Stir Crazy?
No. Something to just do. He's looking to do. My buddy Omar's looking to do this in some other places. You know what I mean?
No, and we should. I know this is kind of getting off track, but we should talk about doing some dates together, how we talked about before. I mean, I can barely stand you on podcasts, but we should probably do some live dates together.
Yeah, well, the good thing is about a live show is you can be in your green room and I can be in mine.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that could be a little bit, we could work it that way. Speaking of plugging and promoting.
Yeah.
Even though I know you hate to do this, so I'm going to bring it up because I know you wouldn't unless I would. But our own Ruben Paul is got an album dropping.
Yes, I got a comedy album coming out. Okay. Thank you. Here's the thing, man, and I think a lot of comedians feel the same way. And Johnny, you're the same way too.
Yeah.
And a part of this business is promotion. Promoting yourself, and it's important. But that's just not something I enjoy doing, and something that we both need to get used to, and something that all comics could do. But yes, I do have an album coming out this Friday, and it's been great, man. And a lot of people have supported it without even me asking.
Yeah.
Reposting it on Instagram. It's just been cool, man.
Okay. Yeah, and you recorded this at the world famous Laugh Factory in Long Beach.
In Long Beach, man, and it's just a pretty much. I'm looking to shoot a special next year. I will be shooting a special next year. Let me say. So this album is basically how many of you have talked about just a lot of material that I've done over the years that most people haven't even heard, but I've never recorded anything before. So it's like, you know what? Let's get some of people's favorites, some of the oldies but goodies, and put it on one album. And it was fun doing the album. Like, you helped me with it in terms of like remembering old bits that I haven't done for a while.
Yeah.
So it was good to do those bits, and it's kind of great because the new fans get to hear like these jokes that they've never heard Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They never heard astronaut. Probably never heard kidnap. And
yeah.
Some of those other bits that I really don't do that much.
Right.
I mean, there's a couple of, I do address that I'm being Haitian because I didn't want it to be totally weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that you leave that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So put a little bit of that in there, but I'm excited to shoot a special next year with like all the new material that I've been doing and working on over the past year. But I'm thank you though for bringing that up.
Yeah, well, we got to tell them. You didn't even say the name of it.
Oh, the name is Laughter Knows No Color.
Laughter Knows No Color by Ruben Paul. It's now when it comes out Friday, it comes out where?
It comes out on iTunes, Google Play, anywhere you can get albums.
Okay.
I encourage people to go
streaming
pre-sale now, like get the album now.
Yeah.
Because you can do pre-sale now. And then it comes out on Friday. So I appreciate the support, man. It's always, I don't want to say nerve-wracking. That isn't the name, but it's always like when you put something out, it's even if it is old or new material, it's stuff that we have worked on and nurtured. So to present it out to the public in a package, you just want people to like it and enjoy it. And I think people will like it. I mean, the people who have heard it really enjoy it. So
yeah.
I think it's a fun album. Like, I think when you listen to it, you'll get a sense of like, I wanted it to feel like a live show, not like a bunch of tracks.
Yeah.
Just cut together. Like, I wanted it to feel like a live show, like if you were in the room listening to it all the way through from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how all this.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And it's good for people to know that, these things take, a while to get together. You got to have somebody edit, and you got to, a lot of people don't understand is whenever you record something or shoot something, the bigger process is deciding what you want to keep, what you want to take out. It's just you just go, oh, I like that. Oh, I don't, but I should leave. There's stuff sometimes we'll leave in, and something that we tape, not for us, because we would be like, oh, that could be better, but it's for everybody else. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, Johnny. Audio is even a little bit more nerve-wracking, because when you're visually seeing something, you're watching it, so you don't pay attention to every single sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
When you're listening to it on audio, like if you have any irritating habits or
you might be smacking and you didn't know you did that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like, oh shit, I got to take that out. You know what I mean? Or just anything, it's
or you're.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Your. How about your heavy breathing? Did that bug you at all? Like it bugs me.
That's all.
Oh, you just did it. You just did it.
Yeah, because it's what I do my character, and you bring that out.
You guys been to Little Caesars? Let me just tell you, Little Caesars. It goes like that.
This.
See, I didn't even do the bit though, man. That's a teaser right there. Is that on there? Is Little Caesars on there?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. Little Caesars is not on there.
Well, then you got to come see Ruben live. Yeah.
The funny thing about it, I think what was dope about the album, like people who have just discovered me, let's say in the last 5 years or something like that, they're going to hear shit that they've never heard before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of Haitian stuff. There's not a lot of stuff about, how I grew up, and, none of my sister's stuff is in there. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I love doing now is not in there. None of the soul food restaurant, none of that shit is on there.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So they get to hear all that stuff, and then when they come see you, there's not going to be any repeat. Which, by the way, sometimes we found out we get on ourselves as comics. We see people say, "Oh, we're coming to see you again." We immediately go, "I got to change up my set. I got to mix it up. I got to." And then the weird thing is, you'll get people that'll come up afterwards. "Oh, I was hoping you were going to do. I brought my friends so you could do your parking in my parking thing. Whatever.
And I know for a fact you get that a lot because people have told me that regarding you. But nothing feels like you don't feel bad, but they come up to you and go, "Oh, I brought my friends back so they can see you do the."
I know.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't do that every show. And I think one thing that people don't realize about me and you, and I'm not saying this to brag, we don't do the same exact set every time you come this headline a show.
Yeah.
Somebody might come see us at the Laugh Factory or whatever. I'm like, "Oh, I've heard you do that before." It's different because you're doing a consolidated set. You're doing a 15 or 20-minute spot. So you kind of just choose what you feel like doing in that moment. But when somebody's coming to see you do 45 to an hour and you're doing 7 shows in a week, you can literally go, okay, especially with storytellers. So sometimes like you just have to take out a whole chunk. It's like, I would want to do this bit more in LA, but it's too damn long. So I'd rather do 4 other bits than do this one or than 2 long bits. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, a lot of times when people see us go, "Dude, I've never heard that before."
Right.
You go, "Yeah, I don't really do it."
Or that version, because sometimes we're doing the shorter version in town. Out on the road, we got time and we can add those other 3, 4, 5 minutes to the bit.
How about when they ask you to do an old bit, when they yell it out?
Oh.
And you do it, but you don't remember it all the way through.
And then they'll call you out on it. That's not how it ends.
Oh man, yeah.
But here's what's worse than that. Somebody yells out a bit you used to do, and you go, "Yeah, I haven't really done that in a while. Come on, just do it, man." All right, and you do it, and it doesn't go over very well.
Well, especially with you, because if somebody forces you to do something,
yeah,
you're gonna half-ass it anyway.
I know. I get it. Yeah, I get irritated with that.
Yeah, just like when I had you do the fake accent, you didn't fully commit to it, and then, what you made me do. Yeah. Then you bailed out.
Yeah, I did bail, but they did not like me after I got rid of the accent.
Oh, you killed. What are you talking about? They loved you that night, dude.
Oh.
But anyway, the album is called Laughter Knows No Color.
Laughter Knows No Color.
I'm happy for it to be out. I'm happy for people to hear, this material. To be honest with you, I was happy to retire some of this material. I mean, I already retired it anyway, but it's nice to have it documented, I guess I could say. It's nice to have a lot of this documented and out. And there are jokes that I still am proud of. You know what I mean? Some go back and look at jokes and go, "Ooh, I can't believe I used to do that." You know what I mean?
I know.
What's one of your worst jokes that you look back and go?
What's up, Sean? Thanks, man. The ones something I did before back in the day.
Is there I'm sure we all have that joke where we're like, oh, I can't believe I used to do that.
Yeah, let me
off the top of my head.
You can?
I can think of one off the top of my head.
You go first to see if I can if something jars my memory.
And Johnny, this used to kill, but when I look back, I cringe, and there's been different versions of this joke. Now you got to think this is when I first started doing comedy, and I used to go, that's when I used to do material about when you're a young comic, you used to do jokes about ugly people. Ugly people, man, you date. I used to, I say, when you date an ugly girl, you break up with an ugly girl for no reason at all. You come home and be like, damn, who ate all the Oreo cookies? Girl, you got to go.
What? That was it? That was the bit? Oh, no. Oh, Rube.
The Oreo cookies. Girl, you got to
go. I mean, it is funny, but it's like,
so simple and stupid. Yeah. But what's funny is, you see some comics still doing versions of that joke today, and I'm like,
yeah.
What's a joke that you're like, oh?
That I used to do would probably.
You want me to pick some out for you.
Oh. Well.
No, I'm just messing with
you.
Yeah,
tell me something. Because I mean, you know what? In all honesty, now I kind of, even though it used to do really well, now I look back and I was like, why did I do that T-Mex bit?
With
the arms.
Dude, I love that bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you're a veteran when you're doing that joke. I'm talking about
early. Oh, I see what you mean.
I'm talking about that Oreo cookie joke, dude, was like my first.
Oh, I see. Dang, dude, that's a good question.
You told me one once before, but I know every comedian. I mean, if you're a good comic, you have to have a joke.
Yeah, there's stuff that we had from our past.
I fucking used to do that joke. And evidently, while you're thinking, just talking out loud, I think that's a great thing about being a working comic and working is as you're developing, outgrowing certain types of jokes.
Yeah.
And certain types of premises. And then I think you go from that to when you get to the Chappelle, the Rock, the Carlin, Russell, all these guys, they're doing specials based on how they felt that year or what happened that year. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know what I mean? It's like, this is what I'm talking about now. So it's not necessarily, I don't want to say not grown is not the word, but they're just at a place of okay, that material is done and doing this. And that's kind of what, even though it was a long time coming, that's how I kind of felt with this album. In a way, just go, okay, I've done these jokes. I stopped doing them, but there's a way to do them. Okay, now these are done and I can move on and not have, because the great thing about having material that no one's ever heard is when you're on the road, you can pull some of this shit out.
Yes.
That, they're like, holy you know what I mean? It's like, dude. I was doing this 10 years ago, but go ahead.
No, because I gotta repeat this. Okay. Sean Miller said, my worst joke is I wrote a song called Get Off My Sister, I Seen Her First. Oh my God.
Do I know Sean? Do we know each other, Sean?
I don't. Well, you know Rube, right? Or does Rube know you?
Is Sean Miller a comic?
Yeah. Right?
Yo, what's up, Keith Morris? Keith, let me tell you about Keith. Look around, Morris.
That's hilarious.
There's, we all know this, especially there's a lot of comics. I think, a staple of good comedy, me and you were talking about, is remembering the bit. Like a lot of times, especially when we were first starting off, people might not have remembered our names, but they remembered the bit.
Yes.
And, Keith Morris is one of those guys, man.
Okay.
He had a bit about food stamps, and his catchphrase was, whenever he'd go whenever he'd go somewhere, he'd go, look around, bam, and pull out the food stamps. And it was just a whole thing that was really, really well put together and really, really funny. So shout out to Keith Morris, man, an OG.
Oh, that's hilarious. He's got look around on there too. That's fun. I didn't even catch that at first.
Yeah, it was a staple, man. And Keith is a good dude, and he's been in the game for a long time. And he was one of the cats, when I was coming up, was doing it, man. I miss. That's one thing, man, about this game is as you start to, as time goes on, people work, people travel. We don't see each other as much as we used.
Yeah.
That's why doing a show with you is great, because a lot of times we're gone on the weekends and we don't get to hang out and work a lot. So shout out Keith Morris, man.
Yeah, man. Sean, I thought so. Yeah, in Corpus Christi.
Oh, okay.
Who was it? Oh, was that the Latin Comedy Jam, Sean?
What was it, Johnny? You didn't say it right. What show was it?
Hey, wait a minute. No, I think I remember you, bro. Is that from the Latin Comedy Jam, man? In Corpus Christi? Corpus Christi, right?
You're an idiot,
in
too.
Texas? Huh? All right. Anyway. All right. So
can't remember a shitty joke. Of course you can.
Oh, no, you know what's one was my Jehovah's Witness bit.
What was the Jehovah's Witness bit?
The whole thing of when they would knock on the door, and I would act out this whole thing where that it was like I was like in the military, like crawling on the.
Okay. Now here's a point that I want to make. Now, how long ago did you do that joke, roughly, if you had to guess?
Oh, geez, 25 years ago.
It is funny when you hear that same joke today, and it's like, I don't know. People say there's nothing new under the sun, but if you're a student of comedy, if you're doing comedy, you should be a student of comedy. You should kind of have an idea of what's come before you. Now, you can't know everything, obviously, but anyway, that's a whole.
Yeah, the pizza place, the pizza comedy place. There's a pizza place, and upstairs is the comedy room. What's that? Damn, I haven't been back in a while. That's right, dude. Okay. Oh, damn. It's all coming back. What's the name of that club, dude? Is that still up and running? That little club? It was a kind of cool little club.
Was it a good gig?
It was a good little gig, dude. I think I came in for I think it's only like 2 nights or something. I think it's just a Friday and Saturday night, 4 shows or something like that.
Gigs.
But anyway, so I did the whole thing where I was like, the Jovinist will knock and you look out the peephole or whatever. And then it's like, shh, shut it down. And I did I literally was crawling on the floor, dude.
Well, I mean, you were really physical.
Really physical.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could totally see you do that.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't.
Go ahead.
So I cringe because of just so much effort I put into it. And I didn't really need to do that.
You know, it's one of the worst moments to watch a comic on stage.
I know what you're going to say. I think I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Something physical and hit the ground, and the crowd gives them nothing, and they have to get up to silence. They're like, so anyway.
He's doing the drop and roll, and he gets nothing for the drop and roll, dude. I feel the same way, man. Like there's times even when
hit the ground, there has to be a payoff.
Yeah. There was a comic I worked with in Houston, Texas. He was middling, and then that's when I used to do there was a bit. Oh, it was the stun gun bit, and then which would always kill. And then he goes, he's like, yeah, well, I heard a real comic never touches the ground, and I was like, oh, wait, and I'm like. Freaking Pryor, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's some great stand-ups who like get down on the ground and hit the floor. But he was a real, he was one of those
elitists.
Yeah, like elitist. Like I only write. Like that's fine. He was a joke teller, but
you know what I love about comedy? Really, like, I love the ability to be different. You know what I mean? I love like. I don't do one-liners, but I love one-liner comics. You know what I mean?
Me too, man. I so appreciate them.
I love deadpan comics.
Yeah.
I love physical comics.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many different styles of comedy. Yeah. Like we talked about this before. People shit on Carrot Top, but he's excellent at what he does.
At what he does. He's great at what he does, man.
Yeah. It's like he's really good at what he does. Now, if you're a comedy purist, you might try to take shots at him like people does, but he's good at what he does. I mean, there's comics that do impressions, and people think they're shitty. You know what I mean? But it's all, a part of it. I just think the determining factor should be is, how original you are, or how you try to operate with integrity. Like that's really, I think, the most important thing. It's not saying that. People might not have things that sound similar, but, at least you're trying to,
be as original as you can.
Yeah. As you can, you know what I mean?
And your own lane.
Absolutely.
Your own lane, because we've all you've seen it with, Black comedy. I've seen it with Latino comedy. We've seen it with Middle Eastern and Asian. There's the ones that do, you hear one, you heard them all. And then you always got those few that kind of, you go, oh man, this one's doing their own thing.
I think, we've talked about this before. I think with observational comedy, even though I love it, and I used to do a lot of it, literally when I first started off, it was mostly observational type stuff, our imagination. Like, can you imagine this? Or just,
You imagine that, yep.
And then you notice, and that's good, but it's much more difficult to be original that way.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people can have the same observations, but when you start talking about your life and what you've gone through in your family, and I think, in my humble opinion, I think that I've, always been funny, or I wouldn't have been doing comedy this long.
Yeah.
I think the shift has changed, when I started talking about being Haitian in because that's stuff that no one can duplicate. Are there other Haitians? Absolutely. The other Haitians say,
yeah.
But the family is different. How my parents were is different. How my sister were was different. Being born and raised in LA is a different and unique thing because, at the time I was growing up, there weren't really any other Haitians,
in the area. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the things that I think. So when people ask me advice like young comics, I just go, hey man, I don't really know your style, but as personal as you can get, the better you'll
and look, man, there's other Latino guys that married a white girl like I did, like I had, and but she, that a lot of them, they weren't from the South, and that's what separated myself from the other guys. They had a white girl from California or from the East Coast, or so that's when people go, oh well, you guys both talk about there's the specificity of it was for me, her Southern family, white Southerners, and me being immersed in that life in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what do we want to do? We want to keep going. What are we gonna do? We're gonna call it. What are we doing?
Oh yeah. How long we've been on over an hour, huh?
Almost an hour.
Almost an hour.
Yeah. Was there anything else you were thinking of? Wait, I don't get. Wait, Sean. Yeah, I worked with Mesquite Comedy Club. By the way, that's the name. He said, growing up was crazy in my house. My mom always kept a cucumber in a Ziploc bag that said, "Do not eat weird stuff." What the fuck is he talking? Okay.
All right.
All right. What's that supposed to mean? I hope you're not insinuating. Well, he had the same joke about his sister, so we kind of get the idea of his household. But
you missed me on that one, Sean. But thank you for
sharing.
For
we thank you for sharing.
So
yeah.
So you have Stir Crazy next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, I'm doing it with the border.
So we'll do the show earlier before you head out to go do that show. So everybody go catch Johnny live at Stir Crazy.
Okay.
And I got the album coming out.
Then that's Friday. What's the date? Because I always like to give people dates.
December the 6th.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Because it's today's the 4th already, man.
Today's the 4th, man.
So,
Jay-Z's birthday.
Whose birthday?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z Penny. I didn't even know that when I told that joke earlier.
Anyway, man.
All right.
Happy birthday, Jay-Z. He's meant a lot to the culture in a lot of different ways.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, December 6th, man. So it's crazy because all these. Oh, here's one thing really interesting. So
where's NZ? New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand. I was thinking it was one of our states here.
Love New Zealand. Beautiful country, man. Beautiful country.
I didn't go visit. I stayed in Australia the whole time.
Dude,
I should have went there.
Just to go see it's gorgeous. But talking about recording stuff and materials, this is one thing that I found interesting. We're talking about Bernie Mac, the late great Bernie Mac. It's like he never shot a special. Think about that. He was on the Kings of Comedy.
Okay.
He did his piece on the Kings of Comedy, and the people saw him on HBO Def Comedy Jam. But there's like no HBO special that I can think of. If I'm wrong, somebody chime in. But it just shows you how you can sustain a career and not really have a lot of material in the marketplace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just to think like this is my first album in over 20 years. Like
yeah, actually, I recorded one in 2005 and never did anything with it.
I know. That still pisses me off, dude. You should release that.
I don't know about that material.
I know. But you said the same thing to me, dude.
Yeah, but I talk. Oh, I don't have to put that in there. But I talk about I just gotten engaged because it was January 2005.
You didn't do a lot of that material, though, Johnny. You didn't do a lot of that. That might have been, 10 minutes? Maybe?
Maybe. Oh, wait. Okay, so Jacqueline said, came and saw you at Laugh Factory in September. Was funny as fuck. Hope to get back and see you guys. Did you see Ruben or did you see both of us?
Hey, Donald Teague is watching. Hey, DT. Great guys.
You always have nicknames for everybody.
I do, man. That is one of my things that my friends make. I give everybody a nickname, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I do that with my friends. That's funny.
Really? Yeah. I have some nicknames for you when you're not around.
Oh. Yeah. Killer. Yeah. Crusher. Annihilator.
Okay.
Those come to mind first off for me.
But yeah, you never.
I never released it. And that was. But I released the DVD. I sold the DVD after shows, but I did not do the audio.
But you didn't. But it wasn't like released. It should be released properly. Hey guys, don't you think Johnny should release something? Like all these years in doing comedy, all we pretty much have from you, from both of us is like TV spots, and then your Comedy Central thing. Like that's.
And what's on YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, dude. So
I'm the Latino Bernie Mac.
Okay. All right. So we can end the show on that.
Wait, who said Beaner Mac? I'm kidding. Nobody said that.
Nobody said that. That's totally a Johnny thing.
Beaner Mac.
Beaner Mac. Oh
no, listen, this was great, dude. I mean, we were able to manage to do this somehow with, not in the same state.
Well, it's good to know that we have the capability to do this.
Because now I'm thinking, let's just do that.
Yeah, dude, you know what? You were less irritating here.
I feel the same way. Like, I feel like We just wake up, turn on our Skypes, and that's going to be our podcast from now on.
Dude, I think it's so much better not being next to you.
Yeah. Maybe we change it to at our pad podcast. And we don't have to see each other. We just do this.
I don't know. Anyway.
All right.
You need to release something. You should. Oh, I got it. I got it, Johnny.
What?
Johnny Sanchez. The Lost Recordings.
How about, wait a minute. I like where that's going. How about if I take it to this one?
Okay.
Johnny Sanchez, The Mex Files.
Not bad.
Not bad. Leslie Kell said, oh.
Hey, guys. Hey, Leslie.
Ruben, you get standing You got standing
So, Jacqueline said she missed you, Johnny.
Yeah, she saw you. All right. Okay. Oh, look. Yeah, you know what? You're like way more relaxed when you're at your place.
Dude, it's something about being around you, man, that irritates the hell out of me.
Yeah, because when you're here, you're like Mr. Uptight. You don't move, you don't dance, you don't nothing.
Yeah, man, I feel free being away from you, man.
Well, then this is what we got to do then.
Yeah, but my friends love that you get on my nerves.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it makes them laugh.
Oh, that's okay.
They're like, dude, it's so real. I go, yeah. I go, if you hadn't been in a room with them.
Oh. Anyway.
All right, motherfucker.
All right, motherfucker. First of all, we want to thank everybody for chiming in, man. This is what we love about doing it live. Is we love you guys giving us your opinions and that was great with the old shoes, dude. I forgot about a lot of those shoes. Wallabies.
I almost bought a pair of Wallabies a couple of years ago. There's some people are still wearing them again.
Yeah. But we gotta find. We didn't find out the name of the ones that had the corduroy that you slip your.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up and send it to Chris, and hopefully he can like put it on the next episode. But go see Johnny, and we'll talk about it next Wednesday again. But go see Johnny at Stir Crazy Comedy Club in Glendale, Arizona. I'll be at the Richmond Funny Bone supporting my boy Russell Peters this weekend. Starting our shows start tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then, of course, Ruby Tuesdays. Oh, Ruby Tuesdays is Tuesday.
Oh, go, yeah.
We have Andrew Schultz is going to be in the house. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Schultz.
But there's no T in it.
It's a Z. It's like Charles Schultz from the Peanuts script.
Oh, okay. Andrew Schultz.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's going to be on the show. Looking forward to that. For you guys who might not know him, he has a podcast with Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club. And again, as we said, the album is out December 6th. Laughter Knows No Color.
Laughter knows.
Go out and get it. Tell a friend. I think it's a fun recording, and you can see where I've come and where I'm going, brother. So
sounds good, man.
Special next year, man. We both need to drop a special next year, Johnny.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Say, man.
No, this was good. Hey, what's that? What's the photo of? Oh, is that your artwork?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see it, man. Oh, look at. I didn't know you had a goatee.
Put it back up. Put it back up, Chris.
It's gonna take a second because of the delay, but yeah, it's up.
So Johnny, what inspired that artwork, right?
Yeah, there was
the old John Lennon photo.
John Lennon, yeah.
Right. And I saw that, and when I was talking to the editor, I didn't know what to name the album.
There we go. Nice.
Like, I didn't know what to name the album. I go, what do you think? And he goes, Ruben, and shout out to my editor, man. He goes, I've literally listened to this album hundreds of times. And he goes, I laugh every time I listen to it, which made me feel good. And editors get tired quickly.
Yeah.
And he said, he just felt like I just have a sensibility that makes everybody laugh. And even though I might make jokes about different cultures, it's all like inclusive. And he, in the phrase "love knows no color," laughter knows no color.
Mm.
And he goes, I just feel like your comedy's for everybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
like,
agree. Yeah,
yeah.
that's nice. That looks good, man.
So I actually came up with the title.
That's awesome. You guys see it right there, Ruben Paul. It's easy to spot too, by the way. That's going to catch people's eye really quickly. Ruben Paul, laughter knows no color. Drops. Got pre-sales right now. Drops Friday.
If you go on my page, you can click a link, or on my Instagram, you can click a link and get the album now. You can get it
Right.
reserved now. And that would mean a lot to me if you guys did that, to go get it now.
All right.
All right.
Well, you send us out. You're the one who does it.
Yo, so that's the end of the show. That's the best of everything. Ruben Paul, all the way from Richmond, Virginia, and my boy Johnny Sanchez in LA. Thank you guys for listening. And tell a friend, share. YouTube, iTunes, Google's Play,
Spotify. Yeah.
Wherever you can get podcasts. And you can see us on YouTube. And my YouTube is Ruben Paul Comedy, I think. Or what is it, Chris, before we get out of here?
It is. I have it right. Oh, shoot.
Then don't forget, I will be next Wednesday. Stir Crazy Comedy Club in Glendale, Arizona. It's 7:00 show.
7:00 show. Just one show, Johnny?
Just one show, man. Doors open at 6. Show at 7 to 8:30. Boom.
Damn, you could probably fly out that night if you wanted to.
Oh man, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I'm coming first thing in the morning.
Yeah, but when those shows are like early like that, I'd be like, damn, they got a red eye or 11 o'clock.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. I didn't know it was that early, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll be a great show, dude.
It'll be fun.
And what's the name of it, Chris?
The YouTube is I Am Ruben Paul. If you search that, you will find Ruben Paul on YouTube.
Yeah,
I am Ruben Paul.
So it's the same thing as my Instagram. So my YouTube is I Am Ruben Paul. Instagram is I Am Ruben Paul. And everything else is I Am Ruben Paul. And we're going to be soon making a dedicated YouTube channel just for the best of everything with me and Johnny. But for now, you can watch every episode of the best of everything on I Am Ruben Paul on YouTube.
There we go. All right.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Renee.
We out.
Drop the beat.
Ruby motherfucking Tuesdays.
This show is all about diversity and bringing everyone together. You never know who you're going to see at Ruby Tuesdays.